When you think about a global business, what are its two most critical assets? It's always the people and the money. So what's the one piece of software that runs both? Well, for a huge number of companies, that answer is Workday. Today, we're going to break down how it became the central operating system for modern work.
I mean, really think about it. How do you run a massive global company without it all just falling apart? You've got thousands of employees, super complex finances, everything is constantly changing. How do you keep it all from descending into total chaos? This is the exact problem Workday was built to solve.
All right, let's dive into our first section, a new Workday. And that name, it wasn't just some clever marketing ploy. It was really a mission statement. They wanted to build something completely new for a new era of business. At the end of the day, it all boils down to just two things, people and money. For decades, companies handled these with these clunky, separate systems that never, ever talk to each other. Workday's big revolutionary idea was, hey, what if we built a single, unified platform where they could? So, Section 2, the PeopleSoft revolution. You see, to really understand Workday's success, you have to go back to its pretty dramatic beginning. It's a story that was literally born from the ashes of another software giant. So, back in 2005, there was this big software company called PeopleSoft. Well, it was bought by its rival Oracle in a pretty nasty hostile takeover. Right after that happened, PeopleSoft's founder, David Duffield, and its chief strategist, Anil Bousri, decided, you know what? Let's start over, a totally clean slate. And that new company was Workday.
And their growth was just absolutely meteoric. Think about this. They founded the company in 2005, and by 2006, just a year later, they'd launched a product built entirely for the cloud. That was a huge risk back then. But that bet paid off, big time, and led to a blockbuster IPO in 2012, and then just 4 years later, they were pulling in over $1 billion in annual revenue. They moved incredibly fast.
Okay, Section 3, one unified platform. So what exactly is Workday today? Well, the most critical thing to get is its structure. It's a single, unified system for HR, finance, IT, and a whole lot more. And this is really the heart of their sales pitch. The HR team can manage the entire employee journey. Finance gets a real-time, up-to-the-second view of the company's books. And IT has a secure, modern backbone to run it all on. Because it's all one interconnected system, a decision made in one department is instantly visible on another. That is a massive advantage.
And the scale we're talking about here is just immense. Over 11,000 organizations now run on Workday. And that's everyone from mid-sized companies all the way up to more than half of the Fortune 500. So yeah, this is not some niche tool. It's become the core infrastructure for a huge part of the global economy.
Section 4, the AI engine. So where does Workday go from here? Well, like pretty much every other tech company on the planet, their next chapter is all about AI. But their approach to it is really specific.
They talk a lot about this thing called agentic AI. So what the heck does that mean? Well, instead of just using AI to analyze data, they're building AI agents that can actually do things, like approve expense reports on their own, or screen job candidates, or help create financial forecasts. It's really all about automating entire processes from start to finish. Now, a huge part of their strategy for staying on the cutting edge has been to buy new tech, not build it from scratch. They bought companies like Adaptive Insights for financial planning and VNDY to manage contractors. And most recently, they've announced a deal for Paradox, a conversational AI company, to supercharge their recruiting tools. The playbook is pretty simple. Buy the expertise and plug it right into the platform.
But it's not all smooth sailing. I mean, Workday operates in a super tough market, and its growing reliance on AI is creating some new and really complex challenges for them. First off, they are up against some absolute giants. Their old rival, Oracle, and the German powerhouse SAP. These are legacy players who have pivoted aggressively to the cloud. In this market, the competition is just fierce, and the stakes are enormous. But that big push into AI has also stirred up some significant controversy. In 2023, Workday was hit with a class action lawsuit that alleges its AI-powered hiring tools were systematically biased. The suit claims the algorithms were screening out qualified candidates based on things like their race, their age, and disability. Now, Workday denies these allegations, but the case itself highlights a massive risk for the entire industry. And this lawsuit really raises a critical question for the future of work for all of us. Who is accountable when an AI is biased? Is it the company that's using the tool,
Or is it the company that actually built the code? As AI becomes this new operating system for business, figuring out that accountability is one of the biggest challenges we're all going to face.